I thought a lot of times this season, you seemed to not be in a competition. You were treating it almost as like, hi, it's an Adam Lambert concert. It's only gonna last 90 seconds, but this is it. Did you get your head out of the competitive space, and how did you do that?
Well, I mean, I've been a fan of the show for a number of years, and you know, being a member of the entertainment community in LA, you kind of see things from a different perspective, you know? I knew what Idol was objectively as it's a platform. Mm-hmm. It's not really a competition, it's an opportunity. You know what I mean? That's how I program myself to look at it. I knew there wasn't anybody else like me, which was really fortunate.
The moment we knew we were not getting our average everyday Idol contestant was probably Grand Ole Opry Week with Ring of Fire. I mean, that was
I had so much fun with that.
Doozy of a performance. That was very early.
That was not a doozy.
It was a doozy.
A lot of people loved it.
Yeah, no. I mean doozy in a good way. It was just like
doozy's a good thing?
It was like a,
I thought doozy
whoa,
was a bad
like
thing.
this is, look, something is happening here that's very, very different.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames got higher. And it burns, the ring of fire.
It surprised me because it was pretty early in the season. Top 11 week, you don't have a huge fan base.
It was risky.
Were you worried about that?
I mean, after Simon hated it, I was a little worried. I was like, okay, that didn't go over as planned.
What the hell was that?
I was happy with it. I mean, I actually think vocally it was a lot cleaner than some of my other vocals. It was really, I felt like I was more in the zone with that one than a lot of the other shows. I liked the arrangement a lot. It was borrowed from a woman named Delana, who did it on a Rockstar Supernova show, which, by the way, I heard in the press, like, oh, he's taking credit. I'm like, I never took credit. No one asked me who created it. I would have given her credit.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of things are assumed. I love that.
In the 30 seconds you have to speak.
Yeah. They're not letting me talk. And I had fun with it, and I got to wear a crazy outfit the first time I wore something kind of weird, and why not? It's Idol, and like I said, my whole thing was if I played it safe, I wouldn't be being me.
The fire, the Egyptian thing, all a little strange.
There were some elements of country fans who were like, it's disrespectful to country music to do that.
That's bull.
To that.
It's not disrespectful. Johnny Cash was a rebel. Johnny Cash probably would have dug it. Johnny Cash did stuff with Trent Reznor. Johnny Cash was really cool. That's why I picked that song.
Thank you.
Done.
Period.
Done and done. Get over it.
End of question, end of story. Yeah, if you got a problem with it, folks.
Sorry.
Adam is just...
I'm not a country singer. What'd you want me to do? Like boot, scoot, and boogie? I mean, come on. It wasn't going to happen.
You know, who knows? Boot, scoot, and boogie, maybe you could have reinvented
an electro dance remix. Yeah, it could happen.
You know, one song choice that I thought was surprised me was Play That Funky Music, and I heard rumors that you had a last-minute song clearance issue that week. Is that true, or did you just say I'm going to do Play That Funky Music? Because it seemed like a really weird song choice to me.
It was weird, and you know, honestly, the issue was that the theme was very undefined that week. They were kind of figuring out what they wanted to do from a production standpoint, and you know, at first was like top iTunes, top this, top, and it was kind of nebulous, and we were all like, what's the theme? Okay, we're running out of time. When they finally defined the theme, we'd already picked our song, so it kind of worked against us a little bit.
Right.
I just picked a song that I knew was on every party download list. I knew it was a top download because people use it for bar mitzvahs and weddings, and I've always loved the song.
Yeah.
I know it can be karaoke or passé if it's looked at the wrong way, but we made sure that we reinvented it and kind of put a new beat and a new bass line on it, and I liked the lyric. I thought it was fun, and it didn't take itself seriously, which was kind of what I was trying to paint. That I wasn't taking myself seriously, that we could party and dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lay down the boogie and play that funky music till you die. Till you die. Oh, till you die.
Everybody else was like, I'm doing a ballad, and I'm very, very, very dramatic that week. So
I've always advocated for a no ballads allowed week on Idol because there's a lot of ballads on the show, and you tended to mix it up. You know, a lot of times if you did a ballad one week, you did not do a lot of back-to-back ballads on the show.
Yeah.
Were you conscious of that?
I was conscious of everything, a little too conscious. I'm kind of in my head analytical guy. While I was always trying to stay true to myself and not treat it too much of a competition, there was an element where I was being strategic, for sure. And I knew that if everybody else was doing a bunch of up-tempos, I would set myself apart by doing a ballad, and vice versa.
If there was a week that you could have had a do-over on, was there any week where you're just like, that did not work, or I wish I'd picked something else, or did you not think about the show in those terms?
I don't really have any regrets. I was pretty happy with everything. Maybe the Ring of Fire thing would have waited for, because I have a feeling had I done it later, people wouldn't have freaked out as much about it for some reason. I think it was the first time I had done something really out of the box, and people weren't ready for it in a way. So maybe if it had happened later, they would have been more prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, by the time I did Kiss on the finale, people were into it.
Yeah.
If I had done that the first week, I have a feeling the audience would have been like, who's this freak show?
And where did the jacket come from? Because it's insane.
It was actually 3 different pieces. It wasn't a jacket. It's a vest made out of crocodile that we borrowed from some designer, and then we got that shoulder situation from the Bob Mackie showroom in Studio City. I know the drag queen that runs it, and she hooked me up free of charge. And then there was these like latex sleeves that we had underneath it. I like costumes. I like playing dress up. So that was the first opportunity I really had to like go there.
And we needed a little fashion fun this season because it was a little safe fashion-wise, you know.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. Thank you for going there.
I just appreciate everybody that like that enjoyed it. You know, obviously I was like, come on, it's Idol, man. Let's mix, you know, and I'm glad that people understood that. Some people didn't, and you know, then go buy that guy's record, you know. It's fine.